Hello and welcome to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. On the last run we did When Life Gives You Lemons. On this run, I think I just want to do a normal run, a random run probably. I think any character except question mark, because every character except for him has something that we can do. And technically we could do boss rush with him, but I'd rather wait until we have the opportunity to do the cathedral with him as well. So, we'll just random. And we get Eve. So Eve, we need to do boss rush and cathedral. We don't need to go to the dark room because we've already defeated dark room with Eve. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to get to the cathedral and defeat Isaac? Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem, actually. I think we're going to be fine as long as we don't get absolutely terrible luck and items before then. And honestly, Kamikaze is okay because I was just thinking I'd love to pick up the spirit heart right there. And you know what? Let's blow ourselves up again and then pick up the soul heart. So Kamikaze is an awful item, but it's going to let us destroy tinted rocks whenever we have the opportunity to do so, which honestly is okay, especially as a character with a little bit of low health. Oh my god, we might just actually just die right here. What does this do? Full health on him. Oh, okay. I'm glad I used that pill now. I was kind of just like, you know what? What could be worse than taking damage and only having one hit left? But full health is pretty good. You know, we'll be able to use Kamikaze to visit all of the secret rooms if we come across them. We're not going to use it on floors after this one probably, unless we use it after the deals with the devil, because if we use it and we take red heart damage, then I believe that will reduce our deal with the devil chance, and I don't want that to happen. So, the spiders, okay. Normally I would sort of run that guy around the room and try to explode him on the wall, maybe get a secret room out of it, but I really could not do that in this case because the spiders were going to hit me. And I don't want to take damage because the health right now is important to me. It's important to me because, well, if you run out of health you die, but also it's important to me because I want to be able to use the Kamikaze item and maybe look for a secret room, and I can't do that if I run out of health. I wouldn't feel very comfortable doing that if I only had one red heart left. So, man, Eve's starting damage is so low. What I'm probably going to do actually is finish this floor. Man, it's a pretty slow start as well. Finish this floor. I'll use Kamikaze to look for secret rooms, like right here. I think this would find them. I actually have never tested this before, but I think it would find them. And if we find a secret room, then good. Yeah, okay, it does work. I should go try to find the first secret room now, not the second secret room. But anyways, I'll get down to half a heart or one heart, and then I'll pop the strength card in the fight with the boss, and that'll give me some extra health back and allow us to do even more damage. I could also just play the spikes though and get a payout. And you know what? Sure, Bob's Brain. This will be a fun run from the looks of it because this is an interesting setup we've got going on here. Bob's Brain is not the most best item out there. It's pretty good though. It's going to allow us to do a lot more damage, especially to bosses. Oh really, just hit the fly. Wow, I'm surprised it didn't take damage walking out of that. Bob's Brain, it's going to allow us to do a lot of extra damage to bosses, especially in the early game here. But also, it kind of helps to offset Eve's starting damage, which is very low. When we don't have Four of Babylon, we can just kind of rely on Bob's Brain to do a lot of the damage right off the bat. Okay, that was dumb of me. I shouldn't have taken damage there. I was just kind of running blind into them because I was not looking at the map. Or I was not looking at the game, I was looking at the map. Now, I don't want to destroy the blood bank, so I kind of waited a second to kill those guys. And this is dangerous, because Bob's brain's going to come back, and it's going to want to fly out in there. Yep! Well, let's restart that. It was a very short Eve run, but we'll restart. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It's like, well, this is a difficult situation. I was hoping that Bob's brain would have just kind of slid past the champion head guy and hit the normal one that was closer to the bottom of the screen, but with where it hit, it just hit me and killed me. There wasn't much I could do to get out of that. These guys, not a problem. You just kind of hold up against the wall and they can't hit you, even if you're standing still. Number 1, Tears Up. Well, having the Tears Up is pretty good. The range down, though, I hope won't be a problem. But thinking at it, you know, a little bit more critically, it might actually be a problem, because one thing that we want to do with Eve is to get really low on health so that we can get Horror Babylon. And in that situation, not having any health, having to get really close to these enemies to do damage to them, we might run into a situation where we do stupid damage to ourselves. Just because we have to be so close to them to actually hit them. And even in a situation like this, this is not terribly easy of a room when you have number 1, short range. But we managed to do it. Now, I'm guessing that the boss room is going to be up here, in which case we'll have to... Well, we don't have to, but we could go down and visit that room that we have not visited near the spawn room that we had. This guy should just explode into bullets. Yeah. Managed to dodge it a little bit, just by being barely offset from him. And there's a nub here I didn't see. 2 of spades. Good card to get, and we're gonna get Gurglings again. Honestly, Bob's brain would be okay in this situation. Oh, a little bit of stupid damage, but what you gonna do? It's Gurglings. Come on, come on. The biggest problem with Gurglings is A, the creep, which is annoying. But at least on Basement 1, they don't spawn creep when they walk. But it's also the fact that they bounce around when you hit them. And they bounce around a lot when you hit them. You know what, let's just keep going. If we get lucky on the next floor and get a good item, we might be able to do boss rush. Probably not going to happen. 2.5 minutes on the first floor is not what you want to be seeing when you're doing a boss rush. But, you know, we didn't get the best item right off the bat there. Number 1 is going to increase our DPS, but we're gonna take a lot of stupid damage, and in this case, we might just die. And at the very least, we might also just completely ruin our chances of getting a deal with the devil. You know, if we keep taking dumb damage like this on subsequent floors, we might not even get deals with the devil. And if we don't get deals with the devil, we might not get strong items. If we don't get strong items, we might never ever see a good opportunity to get the boss rush. Because we want strong items to have a strong character, to have a strong run, to have a boss rush. And number 1, you know, unless you're Azazel, I don't think you're going to be doing boss rush with number 1. You know, who knows? We might get a great item in this item room. In which case, that's not a problem anymore. You know, if we get Epic Fetus, Fetus in a Jar, Ipecac, we might be fine. Okay, yeah, same as last time. I could roll him around the room a little bit, run him around the room, and then explode him against the wall, but I would have gotten hit by a spider. And yes, I'm Eve, I need to be at low health, but at the same time, again, we have number 1. We have to get really close to an enemy to actually hit them, which kind of raises a little bit of a problem. Now, Monstro, though, should be a pretty easy boss for the second floor basement here. I'm not expecting too much of a problem with him. We'll be able to get back to this floor, find the item room. 5 minutes is I don't know. If we get a good item, maybe we'll be able to do the boss rush, but if not, then we'll just get an Isaac kill. Continue the process of unlocking the Polaroid if we don't have it already. I kind of forgot if we did or not. The shot speed up is actually kind of nice to get. It's going to be a pseudo range upgrade. So we are going to be able to hit enemies from a little bit further away. But honestly, a straight up range upgrade would have been really nice as well. And also, what's with the no bombs? We have not been getting any bomb drops, which means we're not going to be able to get these tinted rocks, and we're not going to be able to get any soul hearts. Because without the soul hearts, then we're not going to be able to easily complete the next floor without taking damage. Alright, BBF, Big Beautiful Fly. It's going to inadvertently increase our damage. And also inadvertently make the rooms go a little bit more quickly. Now I could try to double keys, go into the shop, buy a bomb, then explode one of the tinted rocks, but I think that's a little bit convoluted. It's probably the right call, honestly, but I'd rather just keep moving forward. Either I want this Eve run to be a success, or I want it to be over so that we can move on to a better run. I don't know how much shot speed you can have. I usually don't get too many shot speed upgrade items in one single run, but I would like to get a range upgrade and more shot speed upgrades whenever we can, just to get this expected range up a little bit, because we are going to have to be very close to the enemies, even with the one shot speed upgrade in order to hit them. And, you know, that is causing us some problems. I got hit not because I walked into an enemy, but because Big Beautiful Fly just decided to blow up really close to me. That room was probably not worth a penny, because we did, in fact, lose our Deal with the Devil chance again. Well, we didn't lose it, it's just not very likely anymore. Maybe we'll get extremely lucky, though, and we will get a... Joker card or a red chest. Okay, if I just kind of hold against the wall, these guys shouldn't have that big of an opportunity to hit me, except for him. Man, these guys are very annoying. My normal rule for these guys still applies. You just kind of roll around them and never stop moving. And we got Magic Mushroom. Alright, that's a pretty good item to get. Thank you, BBF. I would never have spent a bomb on that because I only have one. But that is a great upgrade to get at this point. Man, it really does kind of turn your perspective on the runaround, even on this runaround. Even when it's not that particularly useful, Gnawed Leaf is actually fantastic. I don't think I've gotten it yet, actually, on the save file, so we'll be able to use that later if we get some sort of a orbital. What Gnawed Leaf does is it makes you invulnerable if you don't move. You just turn it into a stone statue, or some statue, and you can't take damage. Oop. I was going to showcase it off there, but I decided not to. I got scared. But yeah, this will hopefully allow us to pick up an orbital of some sort, and then use that orbital to do damage on hard rooms. We can just kind of not move in a corner and let the orbital finish the room for us. Something like Daddy Longlegs would be really good, because then Daddy Longlegs would actively seek out enemies. Also, you know what? That's another reason why Magic Mushroom is actually making me feel really good about ourselves right now, because it's a range upgrade, and the range upgrade is actually very, very, very useful right now. I can feel it. I can feel the range being significantly higher than what it was just a few minutes ago. Mega Fatty, you will get hit by the fart attack if you actually are that close to it. So you gotta keep your distance. BBF doing a little bit of damage. Range is still not good enough to hit an enemy from the other side of the room, but it is much better than what it was a minute ago. A snack. And I will take it. Dark Bum. Honestly, this is a pretty decent upgrade to get. Dark Bum, you know, he's been nerfed a little bit, but I think that it's really worth it in our case because we actually do need the I'm just gonna go to the next floor. We need these soul hearts in order to get more deals with the devil. So hopefully we can exchange our red hearts into soul hearts, and he'll be able to give us a little bit more survivability. You know what? Give me this room 1,000 times rather than that, you know, bullshit. Oh, there goes the deal with the devil chance again. That bullshit room with the turret guys that don't move at all, or that don't, you know, come up at you at all. Get down to 1 heart, get the damage bonus, and a dime is going to make the shop very, very much worthwhile on this floor. I was going to say I don't know what exploded there, but let's face it, it's BBF. And I've also been saving this Two of Spades card for quite a while. I haven't really found an opportunity to use it. Technically, it's worth it to use it now when you have 3 keys, but I kind of feel like saving it until an opportunity when maybe we have like 5 keys. I need to go back and have Dark Bum take those hearts. Dark Bum's not going to pay out yet. Going to pay out? Hey, there we go. We've taken a lot of damage on this floor already. Some of it was our doing, though, the blood bank. So I'm not expecting a deal with the devil. But honestly, with Dark Bum, I think that makes a boss rush conceivable. Haha. I think it makes it conceivable because all we really have to do now is just make it. If we make it to if we make it to the boss rush room, theoretically we can just kind of hang out and Dark Bum will convert the red heart drops that the bosses drop into soul hearts, which will give us a much greater chance of survivability. And also technically, I could just leave the computer running for an hour, come back, and BBF will have killed all the bosses for us. Because we're invulnerable with the... Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb, but also not really my fault, because BBF just kind of exploded. But, you know, we can just let BBF come back, or we can just come back later. BBF will have killed all the bosses, because BBF will respawn several, I think infinite times on a room, and will be invulnerable because of the Gnawed leaf pickup. Haven't really had an opportunity to showcase Mom's Leaf, but we haven't really had any particularly good opportunities to do so. We don't have an orbital. We have BBF, which takes a while to respawn, so I'm not too keen on just letting it do all the damage in the entire run. But if it comes to it, we can just let that orbital do it. We'll go to this room just really quickly. I think we can take the time to do it. I was hoping there would be red chests, but I think it's still worth it. We have a little bit under 6 minutes to get to the boss rush room. We also have a Judgment, but I'm kind of saving him for later. You know, and honestly, the only reason why I'm really trying to save him for later is because it's going to take time to play him, literally. You know, if we're trying to get into the into boss rush, I don't really have time to just be hanging out and playing Judgment, so I kind of want to move a little bit more quickly. You know, if you were playing on a run on your own and you had Gnawed Leaf, theoretically you could just, on every room, just not move, let BBF do all the damage on the room, and then come back later. But, you know, we're gonna try to get to the boss trap or a boss rush if it's possible. If it's not possible, we're not gonna worry too much about it. But if it's possible, we're gonna do it. So we kind of need to run a little bit more quickly than you would expect. Perthrow, Change, Ansu's Vision. This is some good stuff we've got going on here. I'm going to visit the Curse Room. Wow, this is some interesting stuff. I would like to use Perthrow on this floor if we get an item we don't need, and then get the Emperor card and use it if we need to in order to get to the Mom's fight really quickly. That'll kind of guarantee us the boss rush. Yeah, because as is, the time is looking a little bit close. Of course, the question is still if we can actually survive boss rush. Our health is not doing all that much for us. Dark Bum is not giving us that much of a payout. Mostly just because it's a little bit more difficult to get red heart drops in hard mode. But I have good feeling about this because we are building our strength a little bit. And there's Forever Alone Attack Fly. I think that's going to do it. Perthrow, Change. Not very good. We're just going to leave. I'll run back and grab the Emperor card just so that we can use it on the next floor once we find the item room in the shop, and then we'll just go through with the boss fight. Judgment. I guess I'll play him 3 times while I look through the cards really quickly. And then we'll leave. So it's getting a little bit close. You know what? I will blow up these. Pick up some keys. That was probably not worth the time. But yeah, with Forever Alone Attack Fly, theoretically, we can actually do this Gnawed Leaf thing going on here. Jira. Well, not really very useful, especially when we're trying to speed up. Otherwise, if we had a blood bank, I would play the crap out of it, get more money out of it, do some donating. But no, we got a schedule to keep here, you know. Why'd I do that? I should have done it here and gotten the key out of it. 2 of spades. I picked up the health accidentally, but that's going to ruin our... It's going to ruin our... Poor Badwan's state there, but that's okay. Alright, so this is... I forget this guy's name. There's Dark One, and then there's this guy. This guy is... Why can I not remember his name? Not the Fallen. Adversary. There we go. Adversary. A little bit of a dick. Just gotta keep running around him when he does his little laser attack. 2 minutes left. Can we do it? I think we can. I'd like to get to the item room as quickly as possible. This was not it. Guppy's Paw. We'll take it, and we'll use it to get into a Whore of Babylon state later. For now, though, we still need to run. If I get down to 1 minute, I'll just pop the Emperor card. We got 2 Emperor cards. That doesn't help us at all. I wish I still had the Whore of Babylon state. I know I could get into Whore of Babylon state just by using the Guppy's Paw, but I kind of don't want to. I think it's more worthwhile just to keep it in reserve for later and use it when we actually take a lot of damage. You know, there's no reason to use Guppy's Paw before you take all the damage that you're going to take. I think this is the wrong direction. No, it's not. Good. Okay, oh, careful. Hot bombs. Unfortunately not Pyromaniac, but what you gonna do? And we're just gonna use Emperor. This is gonna be a tricky fight. Oops. I'm gonna have to fix that. I accidentally went not full screen mode. I think we'll do it though. Yeah, let's leave the time up. We gotta deal with the devil. We got the negative. We've already fought Krampus. We have a Guppy item, so I might as well take Guppy's Hairball as well. This should actually hopefully do a little bit more damage with the attack fly and the BBF fly we've got going on here. Now, I think the obvious solution here is the Miter, just to keep our health going. So we will pick it up and not move. See, so theoretically, right, we just stand here. Guppy's Hairball is doing a little bit of damage. The fly is going to be doing a little bit of damage. Guppy Hairball can't actually hit this guy, so he's just kind of pushing us along. There we go. Guppy's Hairball doing a little bit of work here. So, you know, if we wanted to, we could just do the entire rest of this room like that. But what's the fun in that? We'll do that if we need to. Otherwise, it's a lot quicker just to do it ourselves. I don't know what killed the Carrion Queen over there. I don't know if maybe it was BBF or something else, because I don't think I have anything over there. Get the attack fly in there a little bit to do some extra damage. And hopefully we get a lot of red hearts dropping here. I don't think we will, though. I think that's something that you would find a lot in normal mode, is you'll get a lot of red heart drops from boss rush, but not so much in hard mode, which is okay, I guess. We should be fine. You know, we have Guppy's Paw. We'll be able to get ourselves back up to essentially full health whenever we want. No. I was hoping I would have positioned that better. Oh well. You know, not the quickest boss rush I've ever had, but it should be doable. If only just because push comes to shove, I can just not move and go make a sandwich and come back in about half an hour, and hopefully the room will be over by then. You know, of course, I wouldn't actually keep that in, but I think that's a cop-out. I think we'll actually be able to do this room fine. Where'd he go? Our damage, not the best. Let's see, if I use Guppy's Paw 3 times, that's 9 hearts. Now I think I need to get hit once, yep, in order to activate Whore of Babylon. That was actually an accident, but it was a happy accident, because now we actually do in fact have Whore of Babylon. So we should be able to do this a little bit quicker. And if we take a little bit of extra damage, then I will just use the Guppy's Paw to get the health back out of it. But I kind of want to keep the red heart for now, because if we get to deal with the devil on the next floor, then I can always exchange the red heart for something. And I would love to get another Guppy item, because then we would be Guppy. But as is, I think we'll be fine for this run. I think we'll be able to kill Isaac, no problem. The only real problem will be if we take a lot of damage between now and then on like every room. We're gonna if we get ground down, then we might have a little bit of a problem. But you know, if we were fighting Isaac right now, I think we would be fine because, you know, this boss rush is not fast, but we're plenty strong enough to actually complete this. Alright, Chubb and Gertie. Hopefully BBF does some damage up there. Nope. Just exactly moves around Gertie. Stupid damage. I'm not dodging correctly because I was focusing on Chubb too much there. Hoping that he wouldn't come run into me while I was fighting Gertie. You should probably just do Chubb first, but... Monster 2. Dodge out of the way of his bullshit attack. And I'm focusing on Gish here just because, well, I don't know. Just because I was, before Monster spawned. Get one of them out of the way first, the other one should become a little bit more easy. Don't try to focus on them both at the same time too much. Try to get the fly in there to do a little bit more damage. There we go. Should be dead. Now, Pin. Pin is dead. Now I think we have the bloat or the husk. Husk. I think maybe the bloat might be the next one. But I haven't done this that much, the boss rush mode, so I'm not entirely confident in my ability to identify the waves. Took a little bit of excess damage there, but honestly it's kind of worth it. We killed the heart immediately, and we killed the mask with the second bloat shot there. Now we can just hang out just underneath the bloat's eyeballs, and he can't shoot us, so that was easy. Now we get the horseman. Horseman shouldn't be terribly difficult. Death might be a little bit of a problem, but mostly just because of the scythe that he throws. War should be pretty easy. Let's focus on Death first, because Death is the problem. If he spawns a lot of scythes and they start following you, like these two here, then you know, you're going to be worrying about dodging the scythes while you're trying to dodge War. It can be a bit of a pain. Now he's spawning these zombies we need to kill. Okay. Horse is dead. War is the last one left. Run him into the fire. Good. And now we have the Fallen. Where'd he go? There he is. I'm wondering where the Fallen went. Split the Fallen, and the Fallen will be able to do the Fallen laser attack and help us defeat the pony and the helmet. And that's it! Unlocked Eve's Mascara! And we pick up Skinny on Mushroom. Doesn't actually increase our fire rate, unfortunately, because we have basically max fire rate, I think. But that was boss rush, so at the very least this run is going to be a little bit productive. Alright. And we didn't even really need to cheese out the Gnawed leaf. If we had a lot of orbitals, then I would probably do that a little bit more frequently, but as is, it's kind of just not worth it. It's quicker and easier, honestly, just to do it ourselves, you know? Maybe not easier, but it's definitely a little bit quicker, I think. You know, like these guys. These red cysts. You know, how is the orbital that we have going to actually deal with them? It's not. I thought thought we could fly. I thought we were Guppy. It's just the Tanuki tail we've got here. I will go up to the curse room, I think. We could have some good items in there. You know, if we pick up the Pact or the Mark, that could give us a little bit of extra damage. I'm not too worried about this blood bank, so I might just explode it and maybe get some extra health for Dark Bum. Nope, that's okay. Not gonna fight in there. Too much of an effort. Well, at the very least, that room didn't cost us anything, although it did technically cost us 1 Spirit Heart to get over here. But hey, what you gonna do? Can't win them all. So now we're gonna head on over to the boss fight. These eyes are a little bit annoying. This would be a BBF's time to or a BFF, Big Freakin' Fly. His time to actually do something useful and go over there and blow up those eyeballs, but you know, he didn't want to. Yeah, he killed the cyst, which is probably a little bit more of a trouble. That was some dumb damage, but we still have the Guppy's Paw, so we still have 3 extra Spirit Hearts for whenever we want them. I could also be exploding these nubs and these, you know, goo piles and these fake rocks and try to actually get an HP upgrade from one of them, which honestly might be worthwhile. Let's try 1 bomb here. Nah. Because an HP upgrade is essentially 3 soul hearts. So, you know, if we could pick one up, that might be very much worthwhile. I would not complain about getting an HP upgrade from this boss. I would like to get a Deal with the Devil, though. Whoops. Took a little damage. No HP upgrade, or no Deal with the Devil, but we did get the HP upgrade. So we have essentially 6 Spirit Hearts just kind of waiting for us. So you know what? Might as well just pop Guppy's Paw, activate those Spirit Hearts. And now we will get the benefit of the negative, which essentially acts like the Polaroid. You need to have half a heart or less, and it will do a Necronomicon effect whenever we get hit. Because otherwise, you know, what would we use those red hearts for? Well, technically it gives us a couple of extra hits if we waited to use the Guppy's Paw on them, but I figure, what the heck. I'm not in the mind to min-max right now. I wanna win. So I'm going to look for some tinted rocks, though. I will do that, because some tinted rocks would be very helpful right now. Our health is not in a superb shape, and there is a tinted rock right there. It didn't give us anything, and I got hit by a stupid, you know, bloody nub, and I was an idiot there. I need to stop taking so much damage. Luckily, though, we actually did manage to, surprisingly, get in and out of that curse room only getting hit once, which I was not expecting. But I guess our speed right now is just barely high enough that that is something that we can do. So where's the boss? It must be over here. Oh, you know what? That was why we used the Guppy's Paw. Because now we're in the Whore of Babylon state again. That makes a lot of sense. So I want to play Judgment here. Okay. Kind of wedge myself in here. And even if he spawns a bomb, it won't do damage to me, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's move over here. You can take all my money. Okay. HP upgrade. That is fantastic, because that is some extra soul hearts. And there's another one. And there is a tinted rock. Okay, well that's basically what I wanted. I just wanted it a little bit closer to him so that it would spawn a ladder. Okay. And we can get Mongo Baby, which, you know, I want to try something. I heard about this, but I've never actually done it before. So let's play Judgment first a little bit. Okay, we got the slot machine. And I think if you like come down and up here several times, you'll get extra items. No, it's just Mongo Baby. I've never actually tried this before. I heard about this once, but I think maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe you have to leave the flies in here, maybe, and not kill the flies, and then it'll work? I don't know. In any case, that was pretty profitable. Not going to gamble, though, because that would take forever. And we're going to use Guppy's Paw only when the health that we have right now is lost. We're not going to use it because we would essentially be wasting 2 of the soul hearts. So I would rather hold on to these soul hearts, kind of just as emergency soul hearts that we can pop whenever we need it to. You know, but then again, it might be worth it to pop... Oops, forgot to actually finish that room. It might be worth it to actually pop the Guppy's Paw when we take 1 more hit, because then we'll get the benefit of the Necronomicon effect from the Polaroid. Not the Polaroid, the negative. Alright, well that's worthless Steam sale, but what you gonna do? Yeah, the fly orbital kind of ripped this guy a new one, and an extra spirit heart from the poop is unlikely. Alright, and this is Mom's heart. So, BBF did its thing, or not BBF, but BFF, or whatever it's called. I would like to get the hairball in there, but it's a little bit difficult. And I don't think we're gonna need it. Damage is decent enough with Horror of Babylon. We really haven't gotten any damage upgrades. We've gotten, and we're gonna go up and defeat Isaac. We've gotten a lot of Tears upgrades. Our first item, in fact, was a, not Lemon Mishap, that was the challenge run. It was number 1. So, you know, we've had a lot of, and you know, we also picked up Skinny Odd Mushroom, which is another Tears upgrade. I think it's also a damage downgrade, though, so it may not have been worth it to take, but what you gonna do? I guess what you're gonna do is not take it next time. But anyways, yes, we've gotten a lot of Tears upgrades, no damage upgrades. At least none that I remember. But our health is perfectly fine, so I think we're going to have a fine time defeating Isaac. With a little bit of luck, this will unlock the Polaroid, but I think we actually need to defeat him several more times with other characters in order to properly unlock the Polaroid. And if that's the case, so be it. It needs to be done. Although I would just like the Polaroid to be unlocked now. Two keys, sure. Okay, so the 2 rerolls items. This is not Bob's Brain, this is Common Cold. And I might as well just reroll them. It only rerolls the items on this room, and it doesn't reroll pickups. I think that's the 4 rerolls the actual item pedestals. This just rerolls the consumables. So, not really worth it, but what you gonna do? Lunch is okay, I guess? I guess it's just more soul hearts once we use Guppy's Paw, so I guess we'll use it as soon as we can, just because we don't have the Horror of Babylon anymore, so these rooms are just going to take us a little bit longer. But I think it's an HP upgrade is a worthwhile pickup. In the long run, it's going to help us stay at full health longer, so why not pick it up, right? It was also next to the door, so I couldn't actually leave the room without picking it up. Oh well. The Fly, though, I think the Fly took out the Widow here in one hit, because I don't remember actually hitting the Widow. We'll pick up the cartridge. It's going to be a little bit of invulnerability every once in a while. And Super Wrath. Kind of odd seeing you here, but... well, there we go. Didn't get anything out of that. Mr. Mega would have been nice. It would have probably synergized quite nicely with the Fly that we've got going on here. 23 keys, why not? Hey, Goathead, not a moment too soon. Goathead, of course, being completely worthless once you get past the Mom's Heart fight. I mean, even when you get to the Mom's Heart fight, it doesn't give you anything, so I guess it's worthless past the first womb. And this room is going to take forever. This is a room where if we had Revenge Fly, that would be fantastic. Revenge Fly plus the Gnawed Leaf is fantastic, because you can just get hit once, spawn the Revenge Fly, and then leave. You know, literally leave the room, and the Revenge Fly would kill all the enemies in the room eventually. Cartridge actually doing a number on not Eden, Envy here, so I'm glad I picked it up. You know, what are we gonna use the Bible tract for? I think it gives you a better chance of getting deals with the Angel, but we're past that. We're well past that right now. It might give you a better chance of getting Soul Hearts to drop, but I think that's also a little too late at this point, because we have A, Dark Bum, and B, Guppy's Paw with 2 red hearts, so our health is not going to be a problem for the rest of this run. You know, we don't have to worry about the chests, so Isaac is going to be the toughest room that we fight here. Definitely not the longest. This room is going to be the longest. Jesus. I'd still love to get a Guppy item, but... and honestly, health up is pretty good, because that's just extra soul hearts. It effectively just cost us -1 soul heart to go in there. We're not going to see that soul heart, though, until we actually use the Guppy's Paw, and we're not going to use Guppy's Paw until we get into the Isaac fight, I think. Even though I could use Guppy's Paw twice and get the... oh, that's dumb damage. That is even worse damage. Alright, well, you know what? Use Guppy's Paw. I took a lot of stupid damage on this room accidentally, but it does give me a good opportunity to actually use Whore of Babylon. And I also realized that I didn't actually need to fight that guy, so I just bombed the door and left. Okay. Isaac fight should be easy. Fly getting in there doing some damage. Isaac is already about 20% of the way dead. With Whore of Babylon and the rate of fire we have, our shots are doing substantially more damage than I was expecting. If we didn't have Whore of Babylon, this would be a miserable fight. But with Whore of Babylon, it's at least a little bit doable. We should be safe up in this corner. Pop some bombs down, why not? What hit me there? No, seriously, like, what hit me there? I didn't see anything actually do damage to me. I'll have to look at this video again because that was bullshit. Our speed is actually quite high as well, which is nice. And that should be Isaac, dead. Eve's Birdfoot has appeared in the basement, and the Polaroid is not yet unlocked. We have defeated Isaac with 1, 2, 3 characters, and I don't know if it's 4 or 5 that unlocks the Polaroid, or even more than that, so we'll have to continue on with these Isaac kills later. Alright, well, on the next run, we'll probably go back to challenges. Maybe I'll just kind of do one or the other on every run, just go back and forth until we get all of these finished. Computer Savvy I can't wait for, because that is an easy one. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and hey, like the video or subscribe if you're so inclined. It'll certainly help me out, and I would appreciate it greatly. And I will see you next time. So thank you again, and goodbye.